guys, Mrs. C here. Just want to take a minute and go over our new grammar for today, but before I do that, I should probably explain why I look like this. It is Tuesday, and our community day is on Tuesday, and it's also Halloween. So we had costume day for CC's Spirit Week / month / 2 months, and we were encouraged to dress as a historical figure, so I chose to dress as Rosie the Riveter today. So I have my sign here. Give me some muscles. There we go. Right? So I don't think most of the kids knew who I was, but that's okay. It was a cheap, easy costume. But that's why I look like this. This is not a normal thing. So anyway, so for new grammar today, I started off with geography with my kids, and because it was Halloween, we had candy. I brought some Skittles in, and we first outlined the whole United States, and then we outlined our states we were talking about, and then I had them place a specific color Skittle on the state with the capital, and we repeated them, said them, and then I would say the capital and say, I would like for you to put a yellow Skittle in the state with the capital of Salem, and then they had to say Oregon and put their yellow Skittle there. So that was really fun, and then they got to eat all their Skittles. I had them say, the last time we repeated, I told them to get a mouthful of Skittles and say it with a mouthful of Skittles, so that was pretty fun to hear a lot of them going, and things like that. So then we moved on to our regular verb tenses. So just like last week, I let them get blocks, and I'm trying to do a little bit where I can for kinesthetic learners who learn by touching and feeling things, and so I'm kind of like that myself, so using the blocks and placing the blocks while I say things is really helpful for me for learning, so that's why I did the blocks again for English today. So they each got 6 blocks, and can't really see my blocks here, but I've got blocks. So I would say to lie, I'd say lie, lies, lay, lying, because I kept saying laying, because the lay before that really throws me off, and lane. So they would just build a little tower, and then we would knock it down and do it again. So to lie, and say lie, lies, lay, lying, lane. And they would just build over and over. So that's what we did for English today. Then we went to Latin. For Latin, again, with having the rules now, since it's a little bit longer sentence, we just did our voice sticks. So we had several different ones. When I say voice sticks, they also have actions too. I just refer to them as voice sticks. So we had things like flapping our arms, touching our toes, cowboy voice, soldier voice, whisper voice. We had a lot of different ones today. So we said our Latin rule multiple times, doing whatever the action stick was that the kid had in class. So I think we actually ended up doing it 8 times because we had 8 students in class. So then we moved on to our history sentence. So for history sentence, we listened to the song several times, and I had made cards. I think I have them in here. I had made just big index cards with the words from the history song in there, and I had made 2. They're just like this big. And I had made 2 sets with the words written out on them, and as we listened to the history song, they put the words for the history sentence in order. We had some of the younger kids joining us for a little while today, so if you have younger kids, that might not work really well for you since they do have to be able to read. So maybe you want to do some pictures on there, and also have some pictures on your board, and maybe have them put their pictures in order of the sentence on the board. Or maybe you just want to have some keywords and put them on sticks and let them hold up the keywords from the history sentence on sticks. But since mine were older and I didn't know I was going to have some little ones in there today, I had the history sentences just written out, and I usually have 2 tables, so I had a set for each table, and they worked together as a table while we listened to the song a few times to put the history sentence together. Then we went and did math. So for math, we have squares this week, and I cannot get this tune down for the life of me. Like, not kidding, I probably listened to it 15 times last night, and then again this morning, got into class and still could not sing it. So if you're tutoring, that is okay. You're mimicking for the kids or modeling for the kids how you're supposed to learn. So don't let that embarrass you. Ask one of them to get you started off, or ask one of the parent helpers, or you can do it like I did and just play it from the CC app on your phone, because that worked really well for me. So we sang through our 15s, and we kind of did the My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean thing, where I had one number underlined and they would stand on that number, then the next underlined number they would sit down, and we went back and forth like that. And did that several times. So then we moved on to our science, and science has a lot of long, big words this week, and it's a pretty substantial list. So we sat in a circle, and I meant to bring a ball but forgot it. So we used my little Leo the Latin Lion puppet, and we just passed him around as we said the words, and we just chanted them around and around in the circle. We did it slow a few times, we did it super fast a few times, and then of course they always want to do it supersonic fast. So once they've got it down, I will let them do it supersonic fast. So I have a doctor in my class, and on the CD and the app it pronounces bronchi as bronchi, and she said it's also acceptable to pronounce it bronchi. So if you are saying it like that, or if you have a student that says it like that, that is technically a medical way to have it pronounced, but it can also be bronchi too. So if you find that it's easier because it's bronchi and then bronchioles to say them that way, then you can keep it like that. I had always pronounced it bronchi, so but she said either one's fine. So just a little, you know, extra tidbit for you guys there today. And then the last thing I think we had to do was our timeline. So for timeline, we have Japan. So you're kind of making the shape of the islands of Japan. Japan's, and then a sign language H, Heian period. And then we have Charlemagne, and then we made a crowned emperor of our E for Europe. And then we have Alfred, just like for Alexander the Great, we just kind of raise it up there. Alfred the Great of, made another E for England. And then we have, we kept our E, Eric the Red and Leif Erikson. And then we have Norse explorers. We're going to explore around. Vladimir the First. And I told them a really easy way to do the K, because again, I did have some littles in there, was just to make a number 2, but put your thumb up there. So of Kiev, so Vladimir the First of Kiev. Okay, and then Byzantine Emperor Basil II. So, and they always like to go Basil II like that. So, you know, if they do that, that's fine. And then really fast, East-West Schism of the Church. So, so we just did it without the music. We sang it because the kids know the tune, so we did it without the music. So we would do Basil II really slow, and then we would try to do East-West Schism of the Church really fast. So I had fun doing that today. Then for my class, for 10 Whistle, we are going to be playing for a little concert that we do at the end of week 12. We're going to be playing Everything is Awesome from the Lego movie. The kids had asked to play something a little more fun than Twinkle Twinkle, and since they're a little older, this one is actually pretty repetitive, so I thought it'd be easy for them. So for my class, we will just be playing the first 2 lines of the song, and your students should have come home with a copy of this. If they did not, let me know, and I'll make sure they get a copy. And they don't have to bring it back. I will bring extra copies for us to practice that in class, but several of them wanted to take it home and practice it, so I went ahead and let them take that. And then science today, I did read some extra stuff to your kids out of my favorite little human body book here, so you might want to talk to them a little bit about what they learned for their science project. Next week, we will be discussing skin, I think. So this will be a good opportunity to talk to your kid about skin and how there's all different colors, and even not just black and white, that there's tons of different colors within the white spectrum, you know, so to speak, that we all have different color skin, and how amazing it is that we all look different on the outside, but inside we're very, very similar. It's just a really awesome opportunity that we have as teachers at home to talk to our kids about how God made us all very similar on the inside. So, we took a minute and spoke about that a little bit today, but I think next week we'll actually color the skin, so you'll have another opportunity to talk to them about that. So yeah, that's all we did for today. I'm going to wrap this up really quick because we're having a Halloween party at my house tonight, and I have to clean. Yay! I have to have parties to give myself a reason to be motivated to clean. Is anybody else like that? Just me? Okay. All right, guys. Well, happy Halloween, and I will see you next week for week 11. Thanks, guys. Bye.